Hi! What is on there? Oh, it's a little microphone. Oh, I don't have my glasses on, you can tell. I might sneeze.
So how
Hang
is
on.
Sorry. How is
Let me try it again.
I sneeze a lot. And it's because like when the light changes, it has something to do with my eyes. So, I don't know. There we go. What? Sorry.
It's okay. How does a project like this differ for you creatively from something like CSI?
I'm on a show called NCIS.
NCIS, I apologize.
So I can talk about that show.
Yeah, NCIS, the show you actually are on. It's fantastic, and I do watch. Sorry.
You were on CSI.
I was.
Let's start that
I was on
again.
CSI one time.
Your sneeze, that was mine. How is it creatively different for you doing a project like this versus NCIS?
What's super interesting about whenever you do any animation is you're usually working by yourself. That's the biggest difference. So, on NCIS, part of everything that's awesome about being on NCIS, which is everything, is that, especially we've been together 13 years, so we have a really amazing, dance that we do, between us and the other characters, and we all, kind of work together. Like, with this one, with the Crimson Witch, when they called me, I was like, because I had just played Lois Lane for Warner Brothers, and then they called me, and it's literally, I think the conversation was something like this: "Hey, do you want to be a part of Scooby-Doo meets Kids?" Yes. Because come on. And then I get the thing, and you're in there, and it's like you're by yourself. They don't give you a script, so you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't get to read the whole thing. So I'm in here doing this crazy thing, this witch character, and and all I see, there's no reason for them to show me anything except for the cells that I'm voicing. In the beginning, you just have the picture. Right? When I go back and did some stuff other than I saw the animation, but then by the time when my fiance and I were going to watch it the other night, I had no idea what I've been doing. I had no idea. I didn't know I don't know what was happening. And I'm watching this movie, and I'm like, this is insane. The movie's so crazy. It's so perfectly nuts. And you can't put the pieces together about what you're doing until you actually see the whole film, because you're by yourself.
Do you enjoy listening to yourself and picking out the voice when watching yourself in an animation, or is it kind of like listening to yourself on an answering machine? Because I've heard it both ways. I don't know. It's just kind of
weird. It's funny because I'm used to hearing my voice and when it's attached to my head, my own actual head. Because especially with Abby, I associate all that with her. Abby has a little bit different voice than I do, but it's always kind of weird when you see a completely different being with your voice coming out of it. That's strange. Any incarnation of your voice, even if I have changed my voice or playing somebody younger, I'm that's still my voice on that 14-year-old.
So before you started this project, would you say you were a bigger Scooby-Doo fan or Kiss fan, or were you equally?
I love them both. I really do. I mean, not only do I love Kiss, who doesn't love Kiss, but I've been friends with Gene for 15 years. So we've actually we did another project together a while ago. Yeah, he actually produced he in the beginning, before he was in his new TV thing that he was doing, he produced a TV show. It was a thing. And he hired me as his lead actress. We had a blast. It was so much fun. We did this TV show, and and it was and we would call it the FOGs, the Friends of Gene. It's everybody was in it. It was it was me and Gene, and then it was Hugh Hefner and Tommy Lee and Mark McGrath and Pat Boone. It was every. We had a blast, and I adore him. So Uncle Gene. So that was of course, do anything for him.
Can you talk about some of your early memories of Scooby-Doo?
Oh gosh. Well, when I was little, I wasn't really allowed to watch much TV or film. I was literally in church all the time. I'm from the South. I'm very much from the South. But for some reason, I don't know if my dad was gone or whatever, I remember watching Scooby-Doo. I do, because I loved it so much. And now, that's our whole thing on NCIS is we are very Scooby-Doo, on there, very much so. We have our capers and we have our thing, and pretty much every episode there's a moment where we'll go this is so Scooby-Doo right now, it totally is. And we actually do those things, our heads pop around doorways and stuff, But yeah, I love it. I mean, like I said, who doesn't love Kiss? Who doesn't love Scooby-Doo?
How did you find your Crimson Witch voice?
You know what? It wasn't. It wasn't actually easy because it had to be so big and so powerful. It's like, and it's. I mean, I could do it right now, but like it was so just like give me more, you know. and they, you know, she says her line like over and over and over again. And they actually, you know, I say it that many times because I don't want it to be the same one. You know, they don't want to just like copy and paste or whatever. So I'm like, give me, like over and over and over for hours of that thing. But it's fun and it's like super exhausting. At the end of the day, it's like, and plus like I play out every single thing, like all the sound effects and everything. I'm like literally in there throwing stuff and taking hits and swinging through the thing and like you're just like sweating to death. It's exhaustingly awesome.
So how do you save your voice then, especially if you're getting into that? It almost sounds like
you gotta be kind of careful. I mean, I used to be the lead singer of a punk rock band, so that really helps. But it's, you know, yeah, I was kind of like, on the day we recorded, I was kind of like happy that I wasn't doing something else the next day. And on the day that I was recorded, I'd make sure that I wasn't, that I, you know, had a couple of days before to make sure I wasn't like doing. When I was in a punk rock band, we used to be like we were, and I was like on the Warped Tour. We were like, wah, you know, all the time. And I would go, like, one time we hear a lot in the news now, like the singers losing their voice, and I lost like a gap in my range. And it was just from being like at the time, just being like an irresponsible punk rocker, you know, or with my voice. But now I'm pretty careful about it. Actually, the worst thing for your voice is speaking and whispering. So like screaming is actually okay-ish, but like when you talk too much, and I talk too much. In my life, I talk too much, clearly. But I try to be careful when I'm in the middle of a project to not like blow out my vocal cords anymore. That was for punk rock days.
So you've voiced Lois Lane, and now you've voiced somewhat of a supervillain. If you could be a superhero or supervillain in a live-action superhero movie, what would it be?
Well, I mean, I would say any of them. Yeah. I mean, it's just I love doing it. It's look, we're dressed alike. Turn around, Gary.
Who knew they had this at Barney's?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
With our little Scoobies.
Barney's Beanery.
Yeah. I was saying, you know how people always make that joke if two people show up and they're dressed alike, and somebody will eventually go, what did you call each other beforehand? We did. Well, I was like, do you have any Kiss Scooby-Doo shirts? And he's like, no, you read my mind. We should have. So we made these. So we've made our own shirts.
That's awesome.
Right?
So I wanted to ask, you play like one of the coolest geeks on TV.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's geeky about you personally?
Oh, totally. Absolutely. Like I'm always have been. First of all, I fell into this career by accident. I studied sociology, psychology, and criminal science, and I wanted to be in law enforcement. Particularly, I wanted to be a cop, and I wanted to work for the FBI. So I was fully on that path. My master's degree in criminal science, and this happened, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, I'm like a numbers freak. I have binary code on my arm, like every kind of thing. I'm super obsessed with science in general, like hard sciences and social sciences, like all that. Like I would so much rather be at like, you know, the science museum than at a club. You know, like, absolutely, yeah. And like, my favorite thing to do on the planet Earth is like, my favorite place to go, thing to do, like, at any time that tops everything is sitting on my couch with my rescue dogs, drinking a beer, and watching Family Feud. And I am upset. I have like over 170 on my DVR at all times. I watch them like back to back. We're Family Feud, Jeopardy, and The People's Court with Judge Milian. I can't get enough of her. Like this is my dream world. All I do is watch those things. I kind of want to be Judge Milian really bad. When in my head I just I often will be like, what would Judge Milian say? You know, she's like a hero. She's my hero. So yeah, I mean it's not a real big cool factor. Look, see. They were madly impressed with our shirt work.
Dig these shirts.
The rest of us need them now.
Well,
Everybody
it's going to take a lot of time with me at the mall.